Okay, so this video is for those of you all that use Google Docs. I personally prefer Google Docs just because you can access it on any computer. So if your computer, crashes and dies, it's not just saved on your computer, on your Microsoft Word, that you can access this on any computer in the library or on someone else's laptop, anywhere like that. So what I want to look at here is how to format these specific citations and annotations in your bibliography. Now, I will say there really is no excuse for why you can't get this formatting, because I'm giving you a step-by-step tutorial here on what to do. You just basically plug it into this. It's not difficult. I will be taking off points for formatting for this reason, because I know that you didn't watch this video, because you just follow these step-by-step instructions, and I'm showing you exactly where to click and everything like that. So I will be taking off points if this isn't formatted correctly, because I'm essentially giving you the answer here. So what we want to start with is looking at how to cite something. So this is where I kind of reiterated that using the databases will be a lot easier, because usually there is a cite button at the top right hand corner, whereas if you're pulling from something like Google or Google Scholar, you're going to have to manually find that information, like the author or the title of the article, things like that. So that's just kind of why the database is more useful, because it'll go ahead and give you the citation like this right here. So we just want to practice formatting this. So this is what it should look like. You should have the author first, so it'll always start with someone's last name. So Smith Jane. So if their name was Jane Smith, it would be Smith, Jane. And then you've got period, the title of the article in quotation marks, the title of the journal, volume number, issue number, publication date, page numbers, and then the URL or the website you pulled it from. Now sometimes, especially if you're not using a database, it's difficult to find like the volume number or issue number. And if that's the case, you can just leave those out, but it's always important to include the author and the title of the article. And then sometimes it's also difficult to find the author, and if that's the case, you just want to start with the title of the article instead. So it's kind of a plug-in example. So we're going to go ahead and delete this since that is the example. What I want you to do is click over here, click right here, and click on Center Align, and you want to type Annotated Bibliography. That's exactly how it should be said. You need a title, and it needs to say Annotated Bibliography. Nothing else, not just bibliography, not works cited, Annotated Bibliography. And then we're going to go ahead and step 2 is we are going to highlight everything. We're going to change the font to Times New Roman. Increase the font to 12-point font. Then we want to go over here and make it double spaced. So now I've got double spaced. You want to make sure that the annotation goes directly underneath your citation. So here's where the annotation starts, and here's where your citation ends. You want it to be directly underneath it. Now this still doesn't look quite like my example. So what we want to do is highlight the entire citation. Go to Format. Go to Line and Paragraph Spacing. Or no, Align and Indent. Sorry guys. Go to Align and Indent under Format. Go to Indentation Options down here. And see where it says Special Indent? Don't mess with these at all. Don't click on this at all. On this, you want to click on Hanging Indent and make sure it's set to 0.5 and apply. It should look exactly like this. Now, I will say, I will know if you just tab this line over, or just, hit the tab button over and over, because when you upload it to D2L, it does not format it right. It actually usually erases all of that tabbing. So you want to always go manually in and hit that hanging indent. And see, now you've got it almost perfect. This almost looks perfect, but see how this URL right here comes up as blue. You don't want it to be blue because it looks unprofessional. So what you want to do is highlight that, right click it. Where is it? Usually, let's see. Oh yes, remove link. Just click remove link and everything is good to go. So there really is no excuse why this formatting is not going to be correct, because I'm giving you, that was a step-by-step tutorial on exactly what to do with your formatting. And I will say, if you look at the example bibliography that I gave, you'll notice that the last names go in alphabetical order. So for example, if we had someone with the last name Aardvark or something, Jane Aardvark, we got another Jane Aardvark. Of course, the A would go above the S, because these citations have to be in alphabetical order. So last names have to be in alphabetical order. So you would start with Jane Aardvark's citation. No matter if you use Jane Smith's citation first in your essay, or if the date is chronological, it has to be has to be alphabetical by last name. So if you have any questions on this, there's lots of tutorials online on how to format this, or you can email me, but that's essentially how to do it on Google Docs.